So, good afternoon, friends. Last time we had seen Mayer's relation, which is given by Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Cp minus Cv is equal to R, where Cp is the specific heat of the gas at constant pressure, Cv is the specific heat of the gas at constant volume, R is constant, and this is Mayer's relation that we had seen last time. So now, today we will see monoatomic gases, and also we had seen earlier the degree of freedom. Degree of freedom means the number of coordinates which are required to locate the position of a molecule. Number of coordinates required to locate the position and the configuration of the system is called as degree of freedom. So generally in translational motion we require 3 degrees of freedom, means we require 3 coordinates as far as 3 axes are concerned. But this is in the case of monoatomic of the gas. So today we see the monoatomic of the gas. So for a monoatomic gas, enclosed in a container is having a single atom. For example, helium. So in helium there is only one molecule. And that's why there are 3 degrees of freedom. And that we'll see. So as far as degrees of freedom is concerned, so this is given by the kinetic energy of the molecule. Kinetic energy of a molecule or atom is given by 3 by 2 kb into T, where kb is the Boltzmann constant, T is the temperature. Means the gas is enclosed at the temperature, absolute temperature T. Okay, and in such a case, the kinetic energy of the molecule is given by 3 by 2 kb into T. Actually, it is 1 by 2 kb into T. But as there are 3 degrees of freedom, and each coordinate is responsible for 1 by 2 kb into T. That is as far as kinetic energy is concerned. So as there are 3 degrees of freedom, so you write it as 3 by 2 kb into T. So this is what the kinetic energy of atom. But as far as here kinetic energy of the molecule, kinetic energy of a gas per mole, this is equal to 3 by 2 kb into T into n suffix k, where Na is the Avogadro's number. And Avogadro's number means number of molecules per mole, that we call it as Avogadro's number. So if this Na means Avogadro number, and this is nothing but the number of molecules per mole, that we call it as Avogadro's number Na. So our aim is to find out kinetic energy of the gas per mole. This is kinetic energy of a molecule, we can say okay, that we call it as molecule. So here this is molecule. Kinetic energy of a molecule which is equal to 3 by 2 kb into T, and kinetic energy of the gas per mole which is given by 3 by 2 kb into T into Na, where Na is the Avogadro's number. So this energy is denoted by E. So E is equal to 3 by 2 Kb into T into Ne. Okay. So this is the kinetic energy, total internal energy of gas per mole. Okay. Total internal energy of a gas per mole is given by 3 by 2 Kb into T. Okay. So here our aim is to find out Cv, that is specific heat of the gas at constant volume. So for that, what we will find out? dE by dt. dE by dt. dE by dt, this is equal to 3 by 2. Means if you differentiate this equation with respect to t, with respect to dt, then what you get? 3 by 2 kV into Ne. So this dE by dt is nothing but specific heat of a gas at constant volume, which is denoted by Cv, Then Cv is equal to dE by dt is equal to 3 by 2 kV into Ne. But this kV into Na is nothing but universal constant R. So we can replace this by R. So what we get? 3 by 2 into R. So this is our Cv. So Cv is equal to 3 by 2 into R. So specific heat of the gas is given by specific heat of the gas at constant volume is given by 3 by 2 times R. And this is the internal energy, because the internal energy of the gas is related with the degrees of freedom. And as we are considering monoatomic gas, there are 3 degrees of freedom. And as far as 3 degrees are concerned, here the kinetic energy of the total internal energy of the gas per mole is given by 3 by 2 kB into T into Na. Okay. So we have this Mayer's relation. If you substitute this value in that equation, then what you get? Cp minus 3 by 2 into R is equal to R. Or Cp is equal to R plus 3 by 2 times R. Here R is common, so you will get 1 plus 3 by 2, which is equal to 2 into 2, 1, 2 plus 3, that is 5 by 2 into R. So Cp is equal to 5 by 2 times R. So we got Cp, we got Cp. So here, this is the specific heat of the gas at constant pressure, which is given by 5 by 2 times R. Now, what we have to find out? Our aim is to find out the ratio of two specific heats. So, how will you find out the ratio of two specific heats? The ratio of two specific heats, it can be found out by using the relation, Cp by Cv. And this is given by gamma. So gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. Gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. So Cp is 5 by 2 times R divided by this Cv is 3 by 2 into R. So RR will get cancelled. This 2 will get cancelled, and we get 5 by 3. So 5 by 3, this is the gamma, which comes out to be 1.4. This is the ratio of two specific heats of the gas, that is the specific heat at constant pressure and the specific heat at constant volume. This ratio is given by 5 by 3, which is equal to 1.4. This is about monoatomic gas. But sometimes you may have a diatomic gas. If it is a diatomic gas, then what happened? Let's see. For diatomic gases, As far as diatomic gases are concerned, we can give the example of oxygen, O2. Here there are two atoms. Here there are two atoms. So in such a case, what happens? How many degrees of freedom are present, that will see. So as there are two atoms, or as this is a diatomic gas which is enclosed in a container, and our aim is to find out the total internal energy. First of all, we will find out the internal energy of a diatomic gas per molecule. Per molecule, then we will find out per mole. So internal energy of a diatomic molecule, this is equal to. Here there are 3 degrees of freedom as far as translational motion is concerned. Means, though there are two atoms or though there are two molecules, so here the as far as translational motion is concerned, there are 3 degrees of freedom. 3 degrees of freedom for translational motion. Okay. Then there are two degree of freedom for rotational motion. Okay, so as far as this diatomic molecule is concerned, here there are 3 degrees of freedom for translational motion and 2 degrees of freedom for rotational motion. Because you see, rotational motion. So, as there are 3 axes, we know that as there are 3 axes, we require 3 coordinates to locate the position of a molecule. Then what about this rotational motion? So here, suppose we have 3 axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Here there are 3 axes, y-axis, z-axis and x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So as there are two molecules, okay, so these are the 2 molecules of oxygen. So these molecules are able to rotate about y-axis as well as about z-axis, and that's why this internal energy of a diatomic molecule has 2 degrees of freedom for rotational motion is concerned. So hence the total energy of a diatomic molecule is given by 3 degrees of freedom. So it will be 3 by 2 kB into T at a given temperature T plus for 2 degrees of freedom for rotational motion, which comes out to be 2 by 2 kB into T. For 1 degree of freedom, the internal energy is 1 by 2 kBT, and for 2 it is 2. For 3 it is 3 by 2 into kB into T. So if you add this, what you get? 3 by 2 plus 2 by 2, it comes out to be 5 by 2. It comes out to be 5 by 2 kB into T. Okay, so this is the internal energy of a diatomic molecule. Okay, for a diatomic molecule. So total internal energy or kinetic energy, total internal energy for mole of a diatomic gas is given by 5 by 2 kb into t. This will remain as it is. This is per mole. This is per mole, which comes out to be 5. This is per molecule, which comes out to be 5 by 2 kb into t. And our aim is to find out per mole. So here you have to multiply it by Na, which is Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number means number of molecules in one mole. एक मोल के अंदर जितने भी मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं, that we call it as Avogadro's number. That we call it as Avogadro's number, Na. So this is total internal energy per mole, which comes out to be E. Okay. Again we will find out Cv. Again we will find out Cv. Cv is equal to dE by dt. dE by dt. So you have to differentiate this equation. This comes out to be 5 by 2 kb, and the differentiation of t with respect to dt is 1. So kb into Na into Na. kb into Na can be replaced by capital R. Just we had seen earlier 5 by 2 into R. So Cv is equal to 5 by 2 times R. So Cp is equal to Cp minus Cv is equal to R. We know that this equation, Mer's relation. Then, if you substitute Cv in this equation, what do you get? Cp minus 5 by 2 times R is equal to R. Or Cp is equal to R plus 5 by 2 times R, which comes out to be 7 by 2 times R. So Cp is equal to 7 by 2 into R. Cv is equal to 5 by 2 times R. Then what is the ratio of two specific heats? Gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. Cp by Cv, which comes out to be Cp is 7 by 2 R divided by 5 by 2 R. This will get cancelled and you will get 7 by 5. 7 by 5. So gamma is equal to 7 by 5. Gamma is equal to 7 by 5, which is the ratio of two specific heat. Now here we are considering rigid molecule. If the molecule is not rigid, if it is non-rigid molecule, then what happens? If it is non-rigid molecule, then we have to add one more degree of freedom, and that is what? Vibrational mode. One additional degree of freedom for vibrational motion, and that is given by this vibrational degree of freedom is given by, if you add it here, what you will get? So this is for non-rigid. This is for rigid molecule. Okay. So this you will get 7 by 5. And for non-rigid molecule, what happens? For non-rigid molecule, we have to add one more degree of freedom. And what is that? 1 here. You can write it as 3 by 2 kBt plus 2 by 2 kB into T, which comes out to be 5 by 2. Okay, kB into T. Okay, this is our earlier equation. Plus here we have to add one more degree of freedom. For vibrational mode. And what is that? What is that degree of freedom? So here it is equal to 2 by 2. Here it is equal to 2 by 2. As there are two molecules, so here I will add one more to this. Then what you get? Plus 2 by 2 kB into T. Okay, this is for degree of freedom for vibrational mode. So one additional vibrational mode, and which is given by 2 by 2 and 2 by 2 into kB into T. So here what you get? Total energy is equal to in this case, this total energy is equal to, if you add all these three, what you get? 3 by 2, 2 by 2, which is equal to 5 by 2, 5 by 2 plus 2 by 2, 2 by 2 means this is equal to, it comes out to be 5 by 2, 5 by 2 R kV into T plus kV into T. What do you get? This comes out to be, this is 2, means here we are considering one additional degree of freedom for vibrational mode, because it is related with potential energy and kinetic energy. That's why here I have put 2. Okay, so 5 by 2 kVT plus kVT, this 2 will get cancelled, and if you add this, then you will get 7 by 2 into kV into T. So addition of this equal to 7 by 2 kV into T. This is internal energy of a diatomic molecule. Okay. Now total internal energy per mole means you have to multiply it by Na. So we got this 7 by 2 kV into T. So here I will write 7 by 2. Okay, 7 by 2 kV into T into Na. Cv is equal to d by dt, which is equal to 7 by 2, which comes out to be 7 by 2. Okay, so here this is also 7 by 2. Then here you will get 7 by 2. Then here you will get 9 by 2. This comes out to be 9 by 2. This is also 9 by 2. Okay, so this is 7 by 2. Sorry, 9 by 2. Cp is 9 by 2. And then this comes out to be 9 by 5. So 9 by 5, this is the ratio of two specific heats. This is the ratio of two specific heat, which comes out to be, I think, Cv is 7. So this should be 7. Okay? Because Cv is equal to 7 by 2. So this is 7 by 2. 2 will get cancelled. So you will get 9 by 7. So just what we have done, we have added one more degree of freedom as far as vibrational motion is concerned, vibrational mode is concerned, and that is equal to 2 by 2 into kV into T. So when you add it, instead of 5 by 2, it becomes 7 by 2. And all this further derivation will be changed accordingly. Okay, so this is about 9 by 7. So this is the ratio of two specific heats of a gas for diatomic gases. Similarly, you can find out for polyatomic gases. Polyatomic gases. Polyatomic gases. Polyatomic gases means a gas having more than 2 atoms. A gas having more than 2 atoms or molecules is called as polyatomic gases. And in such a case, for polyatomic gases, what happened? That we'll see. So earlier we had seen monoatomic gas, diatomic gas. Now we'll see polyatomic. For example, ammonia. In ammonia, there is one atom for N. Okay, there are one atom for N and 3 atoms for H. Okay, so this is the polyatomic gas, and as far as degrees of freedom is concerned, here again there are three degree of freedom for translational motion. Okay, then there are 3 degree of freedom for rotational motion. Okay, and there are f number of degree of freedom for vibrational mode. Okay, means here there are 3 degrees of freedom. There are 3 degrees of freedom for rotation, for translational motion. There are 3 degrees of motion and 3 degrees of freedom for rotational motion, and there are n number of means we will consider f. F is the any number. F can be any number. So f times this. F is the degree of freedom for vibrational mode. So let us find out. F is related with the kinetic energy and the potential energy of the molecule. So let us find out the total internal energy. Total internal energy of a polyatomic gas per mole, this is equal to, as there are 3 degrees of freedom for translational motion, I can write it as 3/2 kb into T. There are 3 degrees of freedom for rotational motion, I can write it as 3/2 kb into T. Okay, kb into T. Plus, what about this vibrational mode? So it is given by F into kb into T. F into kb into T. F into kb into T. Or what we can write in general, the basic formula is F into 2/2 kb into T. So this is per molecule, and our aim is to find out per mole. So we have to multiply it by Na. So I can write it outside the bracket N into A. Okay. So what do you get? Okay. So this comes out to be 3/2 kBT, 3/2, and this is F. So what do you get? kBT is common. So I can write it as 3/2 plus 3/2 plus this is F into kb into T into Ne. Okay, so this comes out to be 3 plus 3 6. This comes out to be 4F. Okay, so this will be 3 3 6. 3 plus F. This is 3. 2 plus 2. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6/2 means 3. 3 plus F into kb into T. kb into T into Na. Okay. So our aim is to, this is about E. Now, if you want to find out dE by dt, then what is equal to? dE by dt. This is equal to dE by dt. Means CV. This is equal to 3 plus F, and kb into Na is R. So you will get 3 plus F into R. Then Cp is equal to what? Cp is equal to R plus Cv. Now according to our formula, Cp minus Cv is equal to R. So if you substitute Cv here, what you get? 3 R into Cv. Cv is 3 plus F into R. Again R is common. So what you get? Here you will get 1. Here you will get 3 plus F, which is equal to, you will get R into, this is equal to R into, I will write it here, R into Cp is equal to R into 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus F. Okay. So ratio of two specific heats is given by Cp by Cv. which is equal to 4 plus F into R divided by 3 plus F into R. Okay, so R will get cancelled and you will get 4 plus F divided by 3 plus F. So this is the ratio of two specific heats of the gas for monoatomic gas. Sorry, for polyatomic gas. Means a gas having more than two atoms. Such a gas is called as polyatomic gas. And now this is about monoatomic gas, diatomic gas, and polyatomic gases. So here we got this equation 4 plus F divided by 3 plus F. So as far as here, I want to add one thing. I want to just clarify one thing. Here we have considered only this F. F is the frequency, means number of degrees of freedom in case of vibrational mode, and that's why here we have considered F. Okay, and it is concerned with it is related with the potential energy and kinetic energy of a molecule. So sometimes you may ask this gamma, which is given by 4 plus F by 3 plus F for polyatomic gases, for diatomic gases, and for monoatomic gases. So in next lecture we will see absorption, reflection, and transmission of heat radiation. So here today we will stop here. Okay, thank you.